is over. Before you know you're older. So sober, alone the bitch you get in my cold shoulder. You crying like it's rain. You causing all the pain. No closure, I'm colder. You getting nothing, joker.
Get down.
Before you know you're older. You getting my cold shoulder. No closure, I'm colder. You getting nothing, joker. Clock's ticking, time is over. Before you know you're older. So sober, alone the you getting my cold shoulder. You crying like it's rain. You causing all the pain. No closure, I'm colder. You getting nothing, joker. Joker. Joker, 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 Joker. Clock's ticking, time is over. Before you know you're older. So sober, alone the you getting my cold shoulder. You crying like it's rain. You causing all the pain. No closure, I'm colder. You getting nothing, joker.
Down.
You getting nothing, joker.
like you, but it's not okay. Whatever, can I walk away? Oh yeah. Can still see your face, so tell me what to do, 'cause I can't find a way. Baby, please just tell me if I'm, tell me if I'm, tell me if I'm fine. Tell me if I'm, tell me if I'm, tell me if I'm. Baby, please just tell me if I'm fine.
Just tell me if I'm fine.
But it's not okay. Whatever, can I walk away? Oh yeah. I love you too, don't love me back, back. I can't stand this feeling inside my mind. Baby, please just tell me if I'm fine. Please just tell me if I'm fine. 'Cause I don't know why it's stuck in my heart, baby. Please just tell me if I'm fine.
Just tell me if I'm fine.
Won't you say why you're a stranger now? Your eyes escape mine when I sit you down. Don't you feel like we're holding on onto a fairy tale, but the magic's gone? Been months of bluffing the blushes and faking the butterflies. Wake up, yeah, I'm kicking the castle down. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk. It off, always in overdrive. Now the feeling's lost, blind to notice we've been losing touch. Long gone fairy tale, yeah, we killed the rush. Been months of acting a fiction and staging a Valentine's. Wake up, yeah, I'm kicking the castle down. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk.
So please settle down yourself and welcome back. So after lunch, now we have another talk. Are you all in the awake state na? Mentally awake or like physically or mentally in any somewhere else? ऐसा तो नहीं है ना? Okay, anyways, so yes, let's start the second part of this event. So I would like to call Kalyani and Asmita for their talk that they are going to present. So over to you. Please, big round of applause for.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. So today we are bringing something interesting for you. Before announce my topic, let us introduce ourselves. Myself Kalyani from mobile team. So as we all know, our majority team is a web team, right? And they are working with different languages. So can anyone tell me which language you are used to create a web application? Anyone? Which language you are used to create a web application? Right, let me know you. The web developers use mostly React.js, HTML, CSS, TypeScript, and so on many languages to create a web applications. So I have bring one another way to create a web application with better user experience. So it's a Flutter. Today in the world, most of companies and developers prefer the Flutter to create a high popular mobile application as well as web application, right? So today's our topic is Flutter for the web application, web developer. Sorry. So how to Flutter helpful to create a web applications and how it's how to create a web application using Flutter and how it's useful for the web developer. So I request you to Asmita to please come here and introduce what is Flutter and how it's helpful for a web developer. So
Hello everyone. Today we will cover these topics like what is Flutter for the web, which engines are used, which are the supported tools and web browsers, how is the performance of the web development, how to implement UI and some code differences, what is PWA, some live demos, deployment process and benefits. So let's start our first topic, which is Flutter introduction. So anyone can tell me about what is Flutter? Anyone? Okay, so let me tell you, Flutter is a free and open source framework which is developed by Google and released in May 2017. It creates multi-platform applications from a single code base. It is used to create cross-platform applications for Android, iOS, Linux, macOS and web. In other words, we can say that developers can create Android and iOS applications without learning Java or Swift languages. So as we all know, Flutter is the highly popular language today, but today we will discuss about Flutter for web developers, especially how web developers can create web application using Flutter. So let's start. Flutter for the web allows you to create a web application using Flutter. Flutter support help you to develop a complex standalone web application. Flutter can render animation, transition, and graphical effects, which helps you to reach more end user on a broad variety of devices. Flutter render web apps as the same way. It will render Android and iOS apps. When you wish to deploy, Flutter will convert your code into the native language, which is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Flutter Web creates single page application. You can have multi pages, but when Flutter convert your code into the native language, there will only be one HTML file, which is index.html. It means you can use your existing knowledge of how Flutter works, and you can build web application and mobile application both. Our next topic is engines. Which engines are used by Flutter for rendering? There are two engines for that. The first one is Canvas Kit. This model allows the browser to take the benefit of hardware acceleration, and the second one is DOM Canvas. This is an HTML DOM based model which will allow you to create and design our widgets on the web. The next topic is supported tools. You will need an IDE for the development. There are three IDEs for that. The first one is Android Studio. The second one is Visual Studio, from which we all are familiar, and the third one is IntelliJ. The next one is which are the supported browsers. Almost all browsers are supported for the web development, like Chrome, Safari, Edge, and Firefox are the best suitable for web development. Chrome and Edge are the by default browser for debugging during development. Responsiveness, how you can make your app responsive. You can use media query for that, which is used to get height and width of the screen. Our next topic is how is the performance of the web development. Flutter Web have create single page web application, and hence create less load on the browser. So it is the good choice for both. With Flutter you can create great animation which makes your website more beautiful. So you may have one question that is Flutter good for web development or not? Here is the answer. Flutter Web development creates Flutter Web have high compatibility with single page web rendering technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So it is the good choice for both mobile and web development. Flutter Web developers can easily compile their code into the better client experience. They can deploy with any server and embed it with the browser. So our next topic is user interface, how you can implement UI. To implement UI, you all are using HTML elements and style them with their CSS. In Flutter, we all are using widgets and their properties. Like CSS color class, same works in Flutter. It uses RGBA and hex. Also, like CSS, Flutter uses pixels for the space and size units. So here is some code differences between React.js and Flutter. The first one is how you can align text, style and align text. So anyone can give CSS property name for style and align text. CSS property name for the text. No, font for the font specific. So here is the differences. You all are using this property in CSS and in Flutter we have a text style object. Here you can see that text style widget have these properties. You can give style and align text like this. The next one is how you can center components. You all are using these properties for centering components in CSS. In Flutter we have a center widget inbuilt. You can use that for centering your components. The third one is how you can manipulate position and size. If you want to put a box above box, you all are using position absolute and relative like this in CSS. In Flutter we have a stake and position widget. In Flutter you can use that. The last one is how you can wrap your text above circle. In CSS you all are using like this these properties to wrap your text within circle. We have a shape property in a container. In Flutter you can use that to wrap your text within Flutter. So that's all from my side. Next slide will be continued by Kalyani ma'am.
Thanks, Asmita. As Asmita said, what is a Flutter and Flutter for web, how to use and all. Let's start how to create a new application using a Flutter. So web support is already embedded in a Flutter 2.0 version, but if in case it's not embedded, you can easily run this command flutter create dot. Using this command, you can embed it the Flutter web in your existing project. Next one is the key points. Here some key points we have to remember before coding. Many third-party packages support the web, but always check the third-party package you have to add in your project that support the web or not. So must check the package support the web or not before coding. And whenever you want to web app deploy, you have to run this command flutter build web. This command is very useful for your deployment process. Next slide is PWA. What is PWA? Yes, Rudra.
It is more like you can use your website as a native application. Provides features like offline notifications. It can run on any operating systems.
Exactly. So let me know you. PWA is a progressive web applications which help you to run your web page in a mobile web browser. It's simply a web page that can be installed in a mobile device, same like to give your web page as a native app. It's give your web page some extra capabilities like offline usage, push notification, as Rudrak said, and some other extra features is importantly the user easily download that web page in your mobile device from the web browser. So progressive web app is trying to bridge the gap between native app and your web app, right? So let's better understand using some screenshots. First screenshot is a web browser in mobile. Second one is how to install our web page, same like a native application. And third one is how to look after install the web page in your mobile device. So next slide is why do you need a PWA? So first one is offline access. You can easily save your pages, same like application. Faster loading time. It's a 3 times faster performance. App like feel with UI capability. It's provider same like a native application. So no app store submission required. No need to create any application and uh, upload on any stores and all. And single code base, software developer can easily use one code to ship a PWA. So let's check some live demos. Let's first we can check how to create a web application using Flutter. So I have used Android Studio to create a web application. Uh, First, as we all know, going to file, then new, and create a new Flutter project. Same like other language. Uh, you have to select the Flutter SDK path if the Flutter SDK path is not set. I have already set the Flutter SDK path. Next one is you give the project name whatever you want. I just add test web app. So here you can see we have to give this a web support to create a web application in a Flutter. So need to click a checkbox and then we finish the project. Here you can see our Flutter project is creating. So our Flutter project is created for a web. You can see here the web folder is a display that support the all web files, as you can see here. That all files it's supported for a web. Here a library folder, you can easily put your coding part here. Let's run this. As Asmita says, the Chrome browser is a default browser, right? So I just click and run the project. It's a very simple, easy, no more steps to create a web application using a Flutter. It's a simple process, same like your React.js and other languages. As you can see here, our Flutter project is run successfully. Here some default code which is provided by Flutter. So this demo is how to create Flutter web application, right? The next demo is I have created one web page using a Flutter. I just show you the design wise how it's look. So here I have created this demo. Screen क्या भी main screen. I have put some code part here and give the 3 platform support: Android, tablet and web, as you can see here, and manage the code for the 3 platform. As you can see, mobile code is inside the row. In the tablet row, I have set some code for the tablet, and in the desktop column, I have add some code for the desktop screens. So let's run our project. It look very pretty, I think. So I have created just one login email page example. I have set some side menu, email listing, and whenever I click on email, that is the email description. So I have created this demo in using a Flutter, and it's a very simple as a code wise, as a design wise, look very pretty, as well as your React.js and other languages. So our next. So as you can see here, Flutter is very useful to create a web application, right? Now we are jump on how to deploy your web application on a server. So after creating any Flutter web application, in going to your terminal for the root project, and I said that Flutter build web. This command is very useful for the development process. You just run this command, and by using this command .2js compiler convert the Dart code into JavaScript, and that can be the web page is running in a browser. In the root folder, after run this command, one build folder is created. As like this, you can see here the build folder is created, and inside build folder you can see here a web directory is created which contain all the release file which are very useful for the deployment process. You just upload all the release file on your several server and make your website live. So here some benefits. There are many benefits to choosing a Flutter for a web. So stable and product ready, as Flutter is a stable and product ready platform. Open source. Flutter is an open source framework by the Google. Many companies use like a Google, Tencent and Alibaba. That all companies use a Flutter to create a mobile application as well as web application. Third one is a fast development. Flutter have a one feature to hot restart and hot reload. Using that 2 features, you can change your code and easily get the result from your browser, and make your development performance very easier and very faster. Second one is a multi-platform. As you all know, Flutter is a multi-platform for the Android, iOS, Mac OS, and web, and customizable. So Flutter's all widgets are highly customizable that make your UI very beautiful and rich. Some additional thoughts for the Flutter. So Flutter is a very efficient language, high performance level, and that's all because it's built in a Dart and its features. So Flutter is a good choice for the many applications for web as well as mobile. That is a cross-platform app, so it saves money as well as time and maintenance. Here some notes we have to remember. So if you want your website for a SEO search engine and for marketing purpose, do not use Flutter to create a web application because Flutter web is a not support the SEO. It's not a SEO friendly. Okay. Second one is don't use Flutter for heavy content website. So that two notes we have to remember. So I hope guys you are enjoy. So Flutter is a main a good choice to create a mobile application as well as web application. So must try Flutter at least for the learning. You can create one application. So thank you. Thanks for listening. Okay.
Hello. Hello everyone. So फ्लटर मतलब किसी को समझ में आया या पता चला फ्लटर क्या है? वेब डिपार्टमेंट खासकर तुम लोगों को एप्लीकेशन बनानी भाई. ओके. सो फॉर द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज नाउ कि लाइक अभी भी आई थिंक काफ़ी पीआर पेंडिंग है या कई लोग अभी भी पीआर कर रहे हैं एक्टिवली. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल देयर आर फ्यू थिंग्स दैट आई लाइक टू से कि लाइक इस बार लाइक हम लोगों ने पिछली बार का भी रिकॉर्ड तोड़ दिया है. so big round of applause for every one of us. Like last time 38 forks थे, इस बार 45 तो अभी तक हो चुका है काउंटिंग. अभी और पता नहीं कितने हो गए ईओडी तक. सो इट्स अ अचीवमेंट यार सब लोगों के लिए. एंड उसके अलावा लाइक अगर पुल रिक्वेस्ट की बात करें तो आई थिंक 141 अभी शायद मर्ज हुआ था रिसेंटली. सो इट्स ऑल्सो अ रिकॉर्ड. लाइक लास्ट टाइम 124 था. सो 141 तो हो चुका है. लाइक 150 भी हो जाएगा अभी जल्दी. सो देखते हैं 150 कौन करता है. राइट. ओके. सो फॉर दिस थिंग लाइक अभी फॉर लाइक हाफ एन आवर टू 1 आवर जैसा कोड ब्रेक है. इसमें आप लाइक आपका जिन जिन का भी पेंडिंग पीआर है वो प्लीज़ आज कंप्लीट कर दो. 4th पीआर जिन जिन का भी पेंडिंग है. और अगर किसी का लाइक कोई दूसरा वर्क है कोडिंग रिलेटेड वो कर सकता है अभी. ठीक है. कुछ एक्सप्लोर करना है और कोई डेमो वगैरह करना है और कुछ भी मतलब कुछ भी लाइक यू वांट टू ऐड और एडिशनल पीआरस करनी है यू कैन डू इट. ठीक है. सो फॉर दैट थिंग वी हैव वन आवर ब्रेक. देन आफ्टर दैट वी विल हैव सम फन गेम्स एंड स्टफ्स. सो मजा आएगा. ओके.
woman, a magic, a boon to the world. Every woman has its unique story, which is inspiration for millions. A woman is brave as lion and stiff as bull. This Women's Day, let's be the change and challenge ourselves to the next level. Let's stay strong, powerful, and beautiful.
Happy Women's Day!
A woman, a magic, a boon to the world. Every woman has its unique story, which is inspiration for millions. A woman is brave as lion and stiff as bull. This Women's Day, let's be the change and challenge ourselves to the next level. Let's stay strong, powerful, and beautiful.
Happy Women's Day!
Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to.